In a dense forest, there lived a squirrel named Simon. Simon was known for his cunning ways and selfish habits. He would always gather the biggest and juiciest nuts for himself, never sharing with any of the other animals in the forest. One autumn, when the forest was abundant with nuts, Simon busily collected them and stored them away in his cozy tree hollow. He didn't care about anyone else. All he cared about was hoarding as many nuts as possible for the winter. One day, as Simon was busy collecting nuts, he heard a faint cry for help. It was a little bird named Bella, who had injured her wing and couldn't fly properly. She was struggling to find food. Simon saw Bella's plight but ignored her. "I have enough to worry about myself," he thought selfishly. He continued to gather nuts without giving her a second thought. As the days grew colder and winter approached, Simon's hoard of nuts seemed to dwindle faster than he expected. He had stored so many nuts that he couldn't possibly eat them all himself. But he refused to share any with Bella or any other animals in need. One particularly harsh winter night, Simon woke up to find that his hoard of nuts had been raided. The culprit was a hungry fox who had sniffed out the stash. Simon was devastated. He had been so focused on himself that he hadn't even considered sharing his abundance with others. Now he was left with almost nothing. Feeling cold and hungry, Simon ventured out of his tree hollow the next morning. He saw Bella, still struggling to find food with her injured wing. Simon felt a pang of guilt and shame for his selfishness. "I'm sorry, Bella," Simon said sincerely. "I was so selfish and focused on myself that I didn't realize how my actions were affecting others." Bella looked at Simon with understanding eyes. "It's never too late to change, Simon," she replied softly. "Sharing and helping each other makes us all stronger." From that day on, Simon learned the value of sharing and kindness. He started sharing his remaining nuts with Bella and other animals in need. In return, he found friendship and warmth that he had never experienced before. Moral of the story: selfishness can lead to loneliness and loss, while kindness and generosity create bonds and build trust among individuals.